What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're doing another episode of Collector's Thoughts. I'm your host, Respawn Granted. As always, my co-host, Real Batman. How are you doing today, bud?
I'm doing good. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Hopefully, you're doing well.
Doing good. Before we get into today's topic, anything fun this weekend? This week, anything good you've been doing?
Well, it was my birthday this weekend, but other than that,
Happy birthday, dude. That's pretty good.
Yeah, just another year older. That's about it.
Right. Well, there you go, though. That's still pretty awesome. So, me personally, nothing major either, dude. Just playing some video games and stuff like that. Kind of trying to relax, take it easy one day at a time.
Yeah.
So anyway, today's topic, which I know you have a lot to say about, and I can't wait to hear it. We are going to talk about has Hasbro lost its damn mind?
It's debatable.
Debatable, right? And we have some things. We're going to start off with let's start off with one of the easy topics that we can kind of talk about that I'm sure a lot of collectors have already seen, which is Hasbro. It seems like some of their figures, they removed the plastic from the front and now it's like a sealed box. What's up with that?
That's probably a question better suited for them because I can't figure it out. It's a shit show for anybody who I think before we continue, quick disclaimer, real quick. Both RG and RB have a lot of Marvel Legends. So for those of you who are Hasbro fanatics, where it's either we're with you or we're against you, we want to make it clear that we both have plenty of Hasbro figures in our collection, number one.
Yeah.
So there ain't no hate here. There's no bias here. We have plenty of Marvel Legends or retro or whatever, what have you. Mm-hmm. But it's a shit show. Anybody who's been collecting them over the years knows that the reason why we always want to get Marvel Legends in store is so we can get the figures with the better paint apps, because they've always had QC issues with their paint apps, and it's not anything new. It's been like that for about a decade because they've had the license for about 2 decades. So this is nothing new. So removing the window packaging is completely asinine for a couple of reasons. A, their paint QC issues have gotten worse. I've seen some horror stories on social media. I didn't post this. I saw it. So don't attack me. Go check out the people that posted it. And I'm pretty sure they weren't lying. They opened up the windowless packaging of one of those Spider-Mans that came out. One side had web lines painted. The other side had absolutely nothing.
Wow.
Horror show number one. The other one is a lot of people are buying the figures, checking them out. If they're good, which is a crapshoot. No, just kidding. Usually they're pretty good, but
right.
And then they're carefully opening them and then really carefully resealing them, returning the figure for a refund with the wrong figure inside.
Wow, that's crazy.
So that's just 2 horror shows right there that are absolute disasters. We want the window packaging back because your paint apps suck. You switched from the windowless packaging and your paint apps have gotten worse. Now you got people who are already doing stupid shit with returns and you're making it easier for them. Makes no sense. So that's topic number one. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, I understand when companies make switches to try to save money and stuff like that, but I don't really see how this would benefit them at all because you can't see what you're getting. It's like the worst case blind box ever.
Their excuse for doing it is go green. Okay. Now we're not going to get into this political crap on YouTube. Right. I'm not going there. But if you've opened their newer stuff, there's more freaking cardboard in there than there was in the old ones. So you're not really saving jack shit, number one. So don't look. If you want people to buy your shit, go back to what you were doing in 2018, 2019. You were going in the right direction. If you want to become Mattel and almost go out of business or maybe even go out of business, keep doing what you're doing. You're well on your way.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I've seen the Spider-Man a couple times in store. I won't buy it because I don't see what the figure, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what it looks like. Like you said, I want to see them firsthand because sometimes you're right, the paint apps are an issue, or sometimes the figure just doesn't look like the way you thought it would look like in person. So because I can't see it, I won't buy it. And then with the price increase, it's just another reason not to buy it.
Before we get up to the next one, I just, like I said, the Iron Spider-Man, somebody picked it up for me, so it was kind of like a gift, but I kind of had to pay them. They took a little bit off because I was a little pissed because I didn't think the figure was worth $32. When I opened it and felt how cheap the plastic was, I knew it wasn't worth $32.
Yeah.
And then recently for my birthday over the weekend, I got some figures from them, and I was praying the whole time I was opening it because I didn't know what was going to be inside. So,
right.
But it turned out to be okay. But man, look, they're not making really good decisions over there. Look, none of us are going to make good decisions our entire lives.
Right.
Okay. There's going to be upset, like it's human nature. But as a company, man, just keep burying yourselves because I'm in reading increasingly on social media people that were diehard Marvel Legends fans and were casual DC fans that have completely jumped ship over to McFarlane. So he had the #1 selling line last year in the US and Canadian markets. He's having a better year this year, and you got people jumping ship from Hasbro that didn't do it last year over to him. So he's probably going to have more than 2 markets this year.
Yeah. And then this kind of actually is a perfect segue to the next point is the price point. You just said that you, what was it? $32, $32.99, something like that. So it's definitely getting up there in price, and the McFarlane is only $20 still, 20 to 25. So Hasbro increasing like that, you start to kind of put yourself into another category, if you ask me. What do you think?
Well, they're pushing import pricing. I mean, they're right on. I mean, NECA's just about there.
Yeah. And
they're teetering with it. The difference is NECA's sculpt and paint apps and the accessories, Hasbro has never touched it, and they still are nowhere near. Let me put it this way. Their figures have not improved from when they were $20.
Right.
Really. I mean, there's been a couple of releases that have been pretty good. But man, like just no.
Yeah.
28 and up, which their base Marvel Legends are $28. No.
Yeah. It's so that's, I mean, and the thing is too, real quick before I forget, I did see that some of their packaging still has the glass in the front, the plastic in the front. I mean, so I don't know if they're going to be changing the entire thing to that no plastic, or if that's just a certain line. Do you know what they're doing with that?
Who the hell knows what Hasbro's doing anymore? But I think it's just those figures were mass produced. So the ones that have the window packaging is ones that were already done. But from here on out, they're going green. They're going like windowless packaging, period. That's what you're going to get. Wow. That's what I'm hearing.
So you know what? Then this also brings up another point too. Because for me, I'm a very big on-card collector. And what's the point? You can't see the figure anyway. So
there is no point.
Right, exactly. Because it's all in a box. For all I know, there could be a shoe in there. I don't know. So, so
it's possible.
Right. So yeah, that's not good, man. Now the rabbit hole continues with Hasbro. So we just talked about the packaging, how they did a questionable decision, and neither one of us really like it. The price continues to go up, which once again, not very favorable for the consumer. But they've also done some of these crowdfunded projects, these more expensive projects. Now with this, I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate here, because one thing I do have to say is, unlike regular Kickstarter, with their crowdfunded stuff, if it doesn't reach the goal, they actually will give the people back their money, which that's nice. Thank God they do that. And the other thing I'll say is, at least when they do these crowdfunded, more expensive projects, they are guaranteed the sales, and they're only releasing these items through those Kickstarters or those crowdfundings. So the collectors that buy them are also happy, because they're right off the bat already limited. So those things are all the positives I'll say about the crowdfunded stuff. But the negatives is the price for what you're getting, in my opinion, is really high. So you're already laughing. So you kind of know what I'm talking about, man. And some of these actually did hit their mark too, with their sales mark. So let me real quick, real Batman, before we continue on. I'm going to tell you there's 3 of them in particular that I want to talk about that actually hit the goal. Okay. So the first one was the that I want to talk about is Galactus. That one is $400. Okay, $399.99. That one they were looking for 14,000 backers on that $400 price point. They ended up getting over 30,000. They almost got 31,000 backers on this figure. Now, I seen pictures. This thing looks incredible. Don't get me wrong. It's a 32-inch figure, lights, all that good stuff. But $399.99, dude. Any thoughts on that? What do you think?
I think it looks great. I've seen a lot of images. I've even seen some people review it and stuff like that. It's a great piece. I'm not going to knock it. They did a great job with it. I think it's a little overpriced. I mean, to be fair, I think like $199 would have been fine.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of plastic. I get it. And it lights up. I get it. It looks good. I get it.
Right.
But $399, dude, I can get a quarter scale. $399, you can get a premium format. Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. Like, no, man. Like, and some people say, well, if you don't like statues, okay, you may not like statues. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big statue guy, as you already know. Yep. But come on, man. You're not going to tell me that figure is going to get more detailed in the premium format. You're just not. And for a little bit more, you can get a prime one. Seriously.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, like I said, almost 31,000 people were on board with this.
It's a cult, dude. I tell people all the time, and people laugh. And I've said this. I said it recently in my live stream, and that was, it's a cult, dude. You're either with them or you're against them. Mm-hmm. And it's a pretty damn big cult, but it is shrinking. You're starting to see people deflect and saying, no, these prices, I've been a big fan of your product, but these prices are getting out of hand. Your packaging sucks. Your quality control has actually gotten worse since your packaging. Wow. And then when it's the same old saying, dude, right? So, okay. So if you're in business and you raise your prices and your product doesn't improve or you actually get worse, mm-hmm. how can you justify increasing your prices?
Right.
I don't want to hear this inflation crap because everybody keeps saying, well, everything's going up. Well, McFarlane still hasn't raised his prices. Yeah. Some of the import companies still haven't raised their prices. So don't give me this crap about inflation. Number one. Number two, before we move on to the next topic, I want to make this very clear.
Yep.
Before COVID hit, I think it was 6 months to almost a year before COVID hit, we were already hearing rumors about Hasbro increasing the Marvel Legends prices to $22, $23.
Yes. Yep.
The only thing COVID and inflation did was instead of going to 23, now they're at almost 30. And their product is still very widely inconsistent. You don't get heads with every single release, unlike some of these Hasbro fanatics make it sound like you do, because you don't.
Right.
And the paint apps is still a disaster. I think they've actually gotten worse. So,
and the thing is too, it's like you said in the beginning, we both have Marvel Legends. We both like Hasbro. I have a bunch of Power Ranger figures myself. So we like this company. There is nothing wrong with questioning a company's poor decision making. And there is nothing that says you have to blindly follow companies. I don't understand why people do that, especially in the video game company, because I am still really big into video games. I see a lot of that. No matter what, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, no matter what they do, there'll be people that blindly follow. And if you don't agree with them, you're a fanboy of the other people and whatever. There's nothing wrong with just questioning bad decisions. Why is that such a bad thing? So now I just brought up the Galactus thing. There's two other ones I want to talk about that hit their mark. We got the Sentinel. Okay. Another big figure. This one's 26.3 inches. This one was $349.99. They were looking for 6,000 backers. They ended up with 21,873. It's insane. And you know what's crazy? You want to hear something even more insane? These figures don't come with batteries. You can't throw in some double A's? But for that price, I can't get some double A's? Seriously? Damn, dude.
So, that's Hasbro for you. And you just said it, and I'm going to repeat it. Yes, I'm going to repeat it. Go. I mean, you haven't done a collection update, I'm sure, but you've done enough stuff on your channel. You have well over 400 videos on your channel.
Yeah.
And look, just go check our track record on our channels, dude. Like, we're not predominantly anything. You have a little bit of everything. I have a little bit of everything. I have plenty of Marvel Legend figures that I absolutely love. I have Star Wars figures that I absolutely love. The G.I. Joe Classified series, if you could find them.
Right.
But the ones I have, I absolutely love.
Right.
I don't hate Hasbro, but
Right.
I think they've absolutely lost their mind. They're taking advantage of the inflation situation, and they're absolutely lost their mind. Improve your figures. If you want to stay at your current price point, or maybe even potentially increase the prices again before the year goes out or early next year, dude, you got to step up your game. That's what we're pretty much saying in a nutshell. But carry on, please.
Yeah. So the another one that ended up making the success list was Jabba's sail barge. It's a Star Wars thing. I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but it's a big ship. And that thing was $500, $499.99. They needed 5,000. They got exactly 5,000 backers. And it's crazy. Now, the reason why you guys might be watching saying, okay, what's the point of you bringing up these three that succeeded? One was to show just how far people are willing to go. So Hasbro looks at these. We think that it's overpriced. Other people clearly don't. So Hasbro keeps almost like justifying the price increase. Second thing is, the reason why I brought this up is because I wanted to know how much of it has to do with popularity of a character, because there is one that I wrote down that didn't succeed, and it was the Ghost Rider. That one they were asking for $349.99. They needed 5,000 backers, 9,000 backers. They only got 5,000, so it didn't succeed. Now that one, do you think that's more because of the price? Do you think it's more because of the character? Because me personally, it's a car and the character, and it for almost $400.
I think that one wasn't even the character. I think a lot of people are getting fed up.
Yeah.
I think the Sentinel is a big one. Like the ones that you just mentioned, especially the two Marvel ones, are huge.
Yeah.
Those are huge. They wanted a remake of those because a lot of people still had their old ones. They wanted an updated version, and they got it.
Right.
It wasn't so much the Ghost Rider as opposed to people are fed up with their prices. Yeah. And when all I kept hearing on social media was, well, when you look at what you get, it feels like they just keep getting stingier and stingier, and they're not lowering their prices. So they didn't think they were getting enough for the $350. That's what I've heard a lot of based on that. What is it? The Charger? Is that what people are calling it?
Yes. Yeah. And the thing is, it's funny you say that, because that's the reason why I brought that one up, is for two reasons. One, that was the more recent one that they tried doing and it failed. And the second reason, when I'm looking at it, I'm sitting there saying $350. It's a Ghost Rider figure, a car with some accessories for like fire. Where's $350 coming from? It doesn't look like anywhere near $350. That looks like something, if we were to go back, I want to say maybe a year and a half ago, that's something that Hasbro probably would have charged like $80 for.
Probably.
Probably.
Maybe even 50.
Maybe. Right. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking $350. Like, are they just reaching for the stars or what, man?
I think they are.
Yeah.
I think that they're so wrapped up in their own asses, thinking that they can do no wrong at this point, and their fan base has been really loyal.
Yeah.
They've been really loyal to them, that they can throw out whatever and they're still going to reach their goals. And they're starting to find out slowly it's not working anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I know a lot of diehard fans bigger than us, Hasbro fans, that are saying, no, enough.
They're done. Yeah. So now let's play a little actually, before we move on, do you have any? I gave you my things that I this is the reason why I think Hasbro's losing their mind. Is there anything I missed that maybe you can add to it?
Well, we talked about it right before we started recording, their NBA starting lineups.
Oh, that's right.
Those things look pretty damn freaking generic, and they want $50 a pop.
Yeah.
Just another, and they already announced, I guess you told me, I don't want to take credit for it. You're the source. You're the one that saw that they already announced for early next year, NFL ones.
That is the
dude.
room. Yeah.
If the promo picks are what the final product is, not this guy. Not this guy.
Yeah, and I'm actually glad you reminded me about that, because I can't believe I forgot about that. The starting lineups, they're asking for, I believe it's $50 right now, and the word is, the rumor is that they're doing an NFL one early next season. Now, when I look at those figures, $50, I saw like Michael Jordan figures from I forgot what the company was.
Mayfix.
Yes, Mayfex. Yeah, $100. And I'm looking at what that comes with compared to the starting lineup, and I'm like,
It's not even close.
right. So for $50 more, I know some people are gonna say, "Oh, it's double." Yeah, but I'm also getting way more, and I'm getting a legend. I'm getting Michael Jordan, dude. You kidding me?
But it's not. Well, you're getting LeBron. Freaking, I jump from team to team to win championships. I guess he's a legend. I guess, but prima donnas.
He is.
So,
he is.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. It's not even just the accessories.
Mm-hmm.
The sculpt is nowhere near as good as what the one from Mayfex either.
Oh,
You look at that, when you look at the ones from Mayfex, because they made LeBron, the French fellow over there, from Mayfex also made him,
right?
And it looks almost, it's a mirror image for 1/12 scale. It's impressive. The Michael Jordan one is impressive.
Yeah.
It looks just like him. These, come on, man, they don't look like him, dude.
No. And the funny thing is too is I saw even a statue, I believe it was Sideshow, of LeBron James when he was wearing the Looney Tunes whatever it is, Toon Squad or whatever, and I think that was only like 150, and it looks incredible.
Give it time, they're going to be giving it away.
Put your LeBron hate on the bottom. but yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, I'm looking at that, and for $50 for those starting lineups, I'm sorry, I don't see it. And especially compared to other competition that's out there and what you got with McFarlane years ago. I know it's years ago, but still, it's just, where's the 50 coming from?
Think about that, $50. Okay.
Yeah.
Think about, I know the articulation is not the same, but do you remember the McFarlane sports picks?
Yeah.
Were way ahead of their time. Those were from the 90s and early 2000s, and the sculpt resembled the players better than these, which is today's technology.
Yeah.
Dude, that's embarrassing. Come on.
Yeah.
Stop it.
It's I mean, listen, we don't run Hasbro. Maybe these prices are legit. It's just weird when you look at
maybe we should.
It's just weird when you look at what other companies are doing within that price point, or even just a couple dollars more, and then you look at Hasbro and you're like, I don't understand what you guys are doing.
And for the starting lineups, $50 is import pricing because Super 7 falls in that price category. I'll take a Super 7 over Hasbro any day, and twice on Sunday. I'm sorry, dude. No.
Yeah, it's really weird. So that's how we started getting on this topic with, did Hasbro lose their mind or something? Because they seem to just be going, you see what other companies are doing, and they're just like going their own route. And I don't know if that's going to pan out for them in the long run. I really don't.
I will throw out one conspiracy theory before we move on, right? So I've been pretty good at these in the past on this channel.
Yeah, you have.
Maybe they know something that we don't, because I've heard rumblings over the course of the last 2 or 3 years that Disney's thinking about bringing in the Marvel in-house, which would mean Marvel Select is going to be making all the Marvel figures from now on.
Right.
But I've heard rumblings. There's nothing that was confirmed, but nothing was denied either. So is Hasbro losing the Legends and they're trying to milk it while they have it because they know they're going to lose it? Maybe that's it. I don't know.
It definitely could be. Yeah, I mean, because they try to make as much bang for their buck as they possibly can before they end up losing the license, if that does end up happening. Yeah. I could definitely see that. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as this topic goes, I can't fully understand where they're going besides charging more than other companies with less. But the problem is, then you look at these numbers that I was telling you about, these crowdfunded projects, and you see that people are just willing for the most part. And it's like,
not the last one.
So it's like,
not the last one.
And that's why I was asking you, is that more because it was Ghost Rider? Is it because it didn't come with enough for that price?
No, I think those other ones that you talked about, those were either right before the price increases, or before the last 2 price increases. I think those projects, especially the Sentinel, that was definitely before the price increases. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they were both within the last year and a half, 2 years.
This one now was after the price increases, and I think that's what really affected people going, we're done with you giving us the same old molds for the last 20 years, just repaints. You go from pins back to pinless, back to pins, all sometimes within the same wave. They need to be more consistent. Hell, A company that I've trashed on this channel and my own channel over and over again, Mattel, has even gotten their act together. They're killing it with the Jurassic Park stuff. They're killing it with the Masters of the Universe stuff. And they went pinless and they stayed that way. Hasbro, they're just flat out freaking greedy right now, man. They're trying to milk that cow for everything they can, and it's catching up to them.
Yeah, it does seem to be that way. I mean, because like I said, you look at what they have and what they come with and how they're built, and you're like, I don't see it. You know what I mean? It's just not there. But once again, we do like Hasbro. We do have a bunch of their stuff. We're just saying what we're seeing does not make sense. That's all we're saying, people. So don't get mad at us. We're just telling you how it is.
I mean, and it's okay to disagree with us.
Yeah,
because we're all gonna have our own opinions.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to get violent in the comments. Just let us know in a respectable way if you do disagree. But at the same time, and let us know why you disagree. Yeah. Because again, I have a ton of Hasbro stuff, but the price point versus what we're getting from them, it's not there. I'm sorry, it's not there. It's not.
Yeah. I mean, for about the same price. I mean, me personally, I'll just pick up a NECA figure, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So
absolutely,
and you get way more accessories with them and great sculpt and everything else. So
yeah, absolutely, agreed.
Yeah. So I have me personally, I have nothing else to add about this topic. I'm hoping that Hasbro doesn't completely lose their mind and keep going where they're going, because it doesn't look good for them in the future, to be honest with you. And and one thing I do have to add too, I have been seeing a lot more Hasbro figures sitting on the shelf compared to before. I've popped into my local Target, and the same Spider-Mans that were there a week ago are still there today. Whereas if this was last year, they would have been gone. You skip on them, they're gone.
And just to bring up a real quick.
Yep.
Not only that, but a year ago, that deluxe set that they just released, the Mandalorian.
Yes.
The Beskar for $38.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying it. I've seen so many people. I've been in the store. So many people are like, not for $38. Yeah. I can give you countless amount of people that I've heard say that in store. So their prices, they've lost their mind. They think they're too big to fail. It's one of those cases. They're failing right now.
Yeah. They need to turn it around before it's too late. And and we both have seen big companies come and go. So so it's not impossible. But yeah, so me personally, I got nothing else to add to it. What about you, bud? All set?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good. Hopefully we didn't piss off too many people, but
yeah. Dude, like I said, we love what they're doing up until this recent point. They've kind of lost their minds a little bit. They got to fix it. So that's it from us, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think down in the comment section down below, and we'll catch you in the next one, guys. Later.
Peace. Be good.